Lazy exercises, maintenance, weight loss, right? So this is the idea that you eat at maintenance, but you're still losing weight, right? Which might think that ain't supposed to be in a calorie deficit. It's like, well, yes, you will be in a calorie deficit. All weight loss is calorie deficit, but can you eat your maintenance and lose weight? Can you eat even surplus, right? You know, I've said it many times before. You can eat 10,000 calories a day and lose weight as long as you're burning more than 10,000 calories a day. But obviously, it's not a good idea to eat that much. So let's say you're the way I do it is like 10 times your weight. So if you're 300, 3,000 calories is your maintenance. If you're 200, 2,000. If you're 100, 1,000, right? So let's say you're over 200, so your maintenance would be 2,000 something, right? So can you eat 2,000 calories a day or 2,500 calories a day and lose weight? Yes, by burning more than that. So you need to burn 3,000 plus calories. That way you could be in a 500 deficit or a 1,000 deficit. Obviously, ideally, the way I always do it is I want to be at least in a 1,000 calorie deficit because that leads to losing 2 pounds a week, which is roughly 8 to 10 pounds a month. Which means within a year you can lose over 100 pounds, right? And that's if you're really big, like over 300 and up. If you're over 200, maybe you don't need to go that far. 500 deficit would be enough. So losing 4 to 5 pounds a month will be enough. That's going to be like about 60 pounds in 1 year type of thing. Is it possible to lose more? Yes, it's possible. Is it recommended? No, but it is possible to lose more weight in a shorter period of time. It's just not recommended. So if we're going to go with the recommended way of doing it, losing 1 to 2 pounds a week, right, then you have to figure out what your maintenance is. Let's say your maintenance is 1,500, right? So eat 1,500, but burn 2,000, or burn 2,500, right? Which will put you in a 1,000 calorie deficit. The whole idea of deficit, which is why a lot of people I notice on the internet don't understand it. They be still having questions, literally asking questions about how a calorie deficit works. And the whole point is it's the amount of calories you burn versus what you eat, not the other way around. It's because when people think of, oh, eat less calories, therefore I'm in a deficit. It's like, no, you need to burn a lot of calories. And once you know you burn 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 calories, right, then you eat less calories than that you burn. You have to guarantee you burn that, right? It's the same thing like when you're driving a car, right? You don't go to the gas station with the intention of filling up the tank before you drive, especially when the tank is already full. You go drive first, burn 1 to 2 gallons of gas, right, and then fill up. So you burn the gas first, then fill up the tank. So you have to use the gas before you fill it up, right? So drive the car first before you try to put gas in it. And that's what people get wrong when it comes to a calorie deficit, is that they're focusing too much on the calories in and not focusing enough on the calories out. A lot of people are not measuring how much calories out there really are. So if you're like me, 300 pounds range, right, and you're doing 10,000 steps a day, you might be burning roughly 2,000 calories doing that, maybe a little bit more, right? So if that's the case, and then let's say hypothetically, my daily expenditure, my BMR is 2,000 plus the extra 2,000 from the 10,000 steps, that's 4,000 calories, right? And if I eat 2,000 calories, well, at least I'm still in 2,000 calorie deficit, right? As an example, which would be like about 4 pounds a week. Pretty extreme, but that would be the way the math works out, if that was the guaranteed thing. But let's go with the whole let's say I only burn 500 calories from the 10,000 steps. Let's say I do burn 2,000, just BMR just by existing as a 300-pound guy, right? So then that's 2,500 calories. So if I eat 2,000 calories, well, I'm in a 500 calorie deficit. So I should be at least losing 1 pound a week, which is 4 pounds a month, right? But if I'm eating, instead of the 2,000, I'm eating 1,500 instead, then that means 1,000, and you get the point. So the less I eat, the more I'll get out of it because I'm burning a certain amount. The problem is too many people are not burning enough. So what was ironic is one of my clients pointing out the fact that she, thinks that what I suggest, like what I'm doing, is too much. She wants something even lazier. So it's funny that she wants to do lazier stuff than I recommend. And what I recommend is pretty lazy, but she wants lazier stuff. So it's like, it's always funny, right? It's the thing you deal with when you're training people, especially women. They always want to do extra. So you tell them to eat 1,000 calories, to eat 500, right? You tell them to do 30 minutes of cardio, they'll try to do an hour. As they always do the most, which is part of why I try to keep that's why I try to keep that in mind when I give suggestions. It's like, oh, do this. One of two things are gonna happen. If I'm timing it right, they're more likely gonna do less or they're gonna do more. So when it comes to cardio, they tend to want to do more. So I recommend less, but I know they'll do more. When it comes to like weight training, when it comes to eating, they always want to do less. So that's something I keep in mind. So of course I always will give them a higher number, knowing that they'll reduce that number, So, now for guys it's opposite, because you give a guy a certain number, he'll try to overdo it. So like you give a guy like, here, eat 2,000 calories, he'll try to eat close to 3,000, right? Right, that's how guys mainly function. So when it comes to food, they want to do more. When it comes to food, ladies want to do less. When it comes to heavy lifting, ladies want to do less and guys want to do more. Now, some of you ladies will be like, oh, I'm different. I prefer to eat more, lift more. Like, cool. Bro, cool. Like, you're one of the outliers. I'm talking about the average. I'm talking about on average, when I'm training women, when I'm interacting with women, they have a tendency to want to do less of one thing and more of another thing. And the thing they want to do more of is the thing that I recommend them to do less of, and the thing I want them to do more of, they want to do less of. So it's like, so they always want to do the opposite. But I think mostly because I'm a male trainer. So if I was a female trainer and gave my usual advice, they'll probably just follow it. But because I'm a guy, if I tell them to do more, they want to do less. If I tell them to do less, they want to do more. Right? Something that I notice interacting with the female gender as a guy is they tend to want to try to do the opposite. It's almost as if everything I say sounds opposite. Or I'm like, oh, do less cardio. Oh, that means more. That's what you said. No, that's not what I said. I said less. Yeah, that's what I hear, more. No, I said less, but for some reason y'all hear more. But whatever. Anyway, it's just funny thing, I'm here giving out lazy exercise, tips and tricks, right, to help you achieve your goals. Less is more, but even most of my clients want even less. They even want even less. But that's cool though. I mean, as long as they're still working out, that's the main thing. As long as they're not like, you know what, I don't want to work out no more. It's like, no, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. You gotta work out, and it goes back to, burning more calories, right? More calories out before calories in, right? Like right now, I'm eating my yogurt, my 100 calorie yogurt, Chobani yogurt, after I lifted some weights. And I did a full body workout, so I definitely should have burned more than 100 calories. Let's see. And of course, I'm going to do cardio next to, finish out my workout for the day. So that's definitely going to be approximately 1,000+ calories there, you know. So that's the thing, like figure out what your maintenance is and then eat that and then burn more calories than that, and you'll be in a calorie deficit and you'll lose weight. So that's how you can do it. Because the thing is that some people want to have trouble eating less to lose weight, which is why I'm like, but you don't have to eat less. You can eat more food. And if you feel like you really need more calories, then eat more calories. It just means you got to burn more calories. That's it. It's just a simple equation, right? It's a simple correlation. You want to eat more calories, then you need to burn more calories. That way you can eat the more calories and it not be a problem because you're still being a calorie deficit. The whole idea of a calorie deficit is the burning more calories part. It's not just the eating part. If you really look at it, a lot of people that are really skinny and they eat, fast food and this is like, oh my god, that person eats so much, they eat more than me. Yet somehow they're skinny, it's like because they're active. But look at the somebody else who eats the same thing as they do, but don't move. They're sitting on the ass all the time, and look how big they are. They're eating the same thing, the same amount, but one is skinny, one is not. Why? Because the skinny person is actually moving around. So it's not always eat less, move more. It's move more, eat more. They're moving more than they eat. So technically they're eating less and moving more, but it's because they're moving more that allows their eating more to be biologically eating less because the way your body works. If you burn more calories, there's less calories in you. So when you eat, you're only replacing a small portion of what you burn. So if you burn 10,000 calories but eat 5,000 calories, you're only replacing 5,000 from the 10,000 you burn. So think of burning calories like spending money and then putting money back in the bank, right? You start spending money out of your bank account. It's like, oh shit, I spent 10,000 calories. I need to put some of that back. So then you go get some money and put it into the account. So now the number's still low, but it's not zero. It's not minus 10,000, right? Now it's just minus 5,000 because you put 5,000 back. So there's at least 5,000 there. So you're halfway back to 10,000, right? But the idea is not to get back to that number, is to keep, reducing the number. So it's just the irony. Money you want to keep growing. Fat you don't. Fat you want to be in the negatives. You want to be losing more calories than you gain. And that's the end of the video.